Hey everybody, it's Bridget Harrison. How you guys doing today? I hope everybody's having a wonderful, blessed day. So let's jump right into this. So with her skin, I'm prepping her with Embryolisse moisturizer, and then I'm using Melanie Mills Glam Peach Deluxe. Now we're gonna start with the eyebrows. I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Caramel Dip Pomade. So what you guys are seeing me do, I'm actually rubbing the pomade on my hand, on the back of my hand to warm it up. It gives it a warmer feel, and then it makes it easier to put on as opposed from dipping from the jar and putting it straight onto the brow. Now I'm going in with Helen Cosmetics eye primer base. Now they're from the UK. It's her P. Louise. They both have products. I went ahead and tried hers first. I'm waiting for my P. Louise to come in the mail, but I actually really enjoyed it. And it's a really good base. And I know you guys are like, well, it doesn't match her skin tone. It really doesn't have to match the skin tone, because by the time you finish doing everything to it, you'll be able to blend it and make it work. And you guys will see that at the end of the video. Now I'm using a 242 brush by MAC Cosmetics. It's a really flat brush. I know some people use the 252 brush, but MAC has changed their brushes. I just recently bought a 252, and I'm just gonna say that. And I know you guys that know me could see my face, so I was like, but the 242 will work just as fine. It actually is a little smaller, so you can control it a lot more compared to the 252, especially the new 252. What you guys are seeing me do, I'm patting the Helen Cosmetics Base Primer on, and you'll see me pat, you'll see me blend, and you'll also see me put it up under the eyes. The reason why I'm putting it up under the eyes is because I'm doing the eyes first. I'm going to also be putting shadow up under the eyes, and it's going to give you the same consistency, so it won't be inconsistent as for the application, and then it will still pop, and the build and the foundation will be the same all over. Completely done blending. I'm kind of going through doing my little touch-ups, but for the most part everything is done, and we're about to go into using the eyeshadows. So today I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Palette Shadow, and I'm using the M441 brush by Morphe. Now I usually put the stuff up on the screen with what I'm using, but I have links. I definitely have links. I'm gonna have links at the end of the video, but I will. Because of the background and the backdrop, I didn't want it to be doing too much or be too busy with the writing, so I definitely have links to every freaking thing I use. So we're gonna build this shadow, and we're gonna build. Like, I'm usually a little light-handed with the makeup, but today I really want to go in and do a very my aspect of intense build on the eye. And I think I accomplished that. So we're using Burnt Orange by Anastasia in the Soft Glam palette, and we're gonna continue to build that up with the M41 Morphe brush, and we're just gonna continue to do that until I feel like, okay, I got what I need. Now in between applying the shadow, you will see me blend, and I'll be using the M433 brush by Morphe. And then another brush that's also good with blending out your shadows like this is the 228 brush by MAC Cosmetics. Now going into the crease, we're going to use Burnt Orange. Now again, this is all Anastasia Beverly Hills shadow from the Soft Glam palette. You'll see me build with the rustic color. The rustic is what's going to be in the crease. So pretty much what I'm doing, I'm going darker and darker. So I started off with a light shade, then I go with a medium shade color, then I'll go with a darker color. So I'm going to use, and all I'm using, Burnt Orange, Rustic, Mulberry, and Noir, which is their black color. But again, I will have links to everything and the list of what I use. And if like, I don't know if you guys are noticing, like while I'm applying that and blending that, the primer is like really working. Now, please do not get it twisted. You do not have to order some primer. Well, MAC did have a concealer that you could use, but different concealers can get the job done. I have a concealer that I use by NYX when I do my personal makeup. It gets the job done. I'm still trying to play with. I played with another color the other day, and I was just like, it didn't do what the color I used for me did. So I need to kind of, before I tell you guys like, hey, go buy it, but it's only $6. But it does the same thing, and you can get close to your colors as well. But get back to the video. I'm building, and you see I'm building, and it's just a continuous build. It's like apply, blend, apply, blend, apply, and blend. Now I'm still blending, and I've started to use my 506 brush. It's a small brush, it's by Morphe, and the reason why I use that is because it puts the makeup exactly where you want it to lay, and it's not fluffy. You know, with a bigger, fluffier brush like a 228 by MAC or something, if you use that brush and you try to put the makeup like in the crease or right in the corner of that eye, that makeup is gonna go everywhere. Now, the benefit of the brush being so small, even though it's good to put the makeup exactly where you want it, you can still go in and use this brush to blend out small lines. Like if I had 3 colors side by side or 2 colors side by side, I would use this 506 brush and blend the line and like point it on the makeup, like put the point of the brush on the makeup and blend from there. So it's multiple uses. Like the brushes I use, I get multiple uses from. Now I'm adding the Noir and I'm blending. So you guys, like everything is just about blending. The one thing I could say about this palette, I didn't really start having a bunch of fallout until I got to the Noir. Now with me doing Noir, or Noir, I told you guys I can mess up a word. Now with me doing the eyes first, it really doesn't matter about the fallout. It does and it doesn't, because you prep the skin, but you're gonna still have to go in and fix it. So it's one of those things like, let's try to have as less fallout as possible. But if it happens, oh well, you can just go in and reapply your moisturizer and things of that nature. But for the most part, there wasn't a ton of fallout until close to the end, when I was pretty much almost done with the eyes. So here comes the fun part. Now that I finished applying my shadows and blending and everything, I'm going to take my 242 brush along the crease in the inside of her eye, and what I'm going to do is apply it, and I'm going to apply it neatly, and I'm going to do it for both eyes. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting the base on top of the shadow so that my next eyeshadow color will pop. Now remember, we use burnt orange, rustic, and mulberry, and noir. Now that I'm finishing up, I'm going to go in with Anastasia's, and again, this is in the Soft Glam palette. I'm going to mix glistening and rose pink and put on top of the base. Now, I always mix colors, especially if I'm looking for a certain color, particular color, and I want the shadow to pop. I always do that. So I'm gonna build, and again, everything is about building. Now, I could have applied it a couple times and been done. It just depends on the look you're going for. If you're doing makeup for your client, it depends on how heavy she wants her makeup. or if you're doing makeup on yourself. So it just really depends on how you guys are feeling. But again, I wanted her makeup to really, really pop. This is like a wedding glam look with a pinup. So we want the makeup. She was like, girl, I want my makeup to pop. You know, you got the clients like, I want everybody to see me when I walk in the room, or just when the pictures, especially for your pictures. Especially for the pictures, you want the makeup to look like she has on makeup. Now, I finished applying the shadow and I'm about to start blending. Now, the brush I'm going to use to blend is the Morphe M412 brush. I know you guys like, she use a lot of Morphe brushes. Let me tell y'all what happened. So what had happened was, when Morphe was starting to pop, because the brushes was like $5 and $6 and I got 20% off, I ordered some, and I actually like them. Now, let me tell you this though. Them jokers will shed. Now, the smaller brushes, what I'm finding out, don't shed as much as the more fluffier brushes, but they're really, really good brushes, and they're really good for applying shadows and blending. And I have a couple, like you see in my videos, I have a few that I use all the time. Like, I can't do makeup without using them, and they're really good. So if you haven't tried them, try them. And they ain't send me no brushes. They ain't give me no brushes, not no checks, no nothing. No affiliates, none of that stuff. Not yet. But yeah. So what I'm doing now is just, I'm going through with the shadow with the burnt orange, and I'm using it to soften and blend out whatever needs to be blended out that I see, or just to add depth to the eye. And also, you'll see me use the 511 brush, the M511 brush. That's the brush that I'll be using to blend out around the eye. And the thing about that brush is like, it's my favorite brush. It's one of my favorite brushes. It's like up there in my top 5 brushes. The M511, it reminds me a lot of the MAC 224 brush. And now I'm using Night Star by NARS to put in her highlight. And I don't know if you guys remember or pay attention. Earlier I was like, hey, I know this is not her color. And you're like, oh, it might not work. What the freak is Bridgett doing? Bam. And it works. And wait till I put her foundation on, you guys. It's just gonna look so beautiful. And I just put a little Night Star by NARS right there in her brow to make her brow pop even more. So now I'm using some liner. I always use Inglide gel liner. I've been trying Maybelline and it's working, but my go-to right now is Inglide. Now the brush that I'm using to apply this liner is by Makeup Forever. And I don't know what brush number it is because the number has come off the brush. But what I will do, hopefully I can go on their website and find it, on somebody's website and find it, and put it at the bottom of the video in the description box. Like I say, everything will be in the description. There will be links to everything that I am using today. And all I'm doing is, I didn't really want like a super strong wing, because y'all know wings is not my thing. I just really wanted to make her eye just a little bit more intense around the corners. And I'll be using the gel liner in her liner. And then I'm also using my MAC brush, which is the flat one. The MAC brush is the number 212, my 212 brush. Now I'm using Noir eyeshadow still. So I'm using the eyeshadow to set it also, but I'm also using it and putting it in the line, the waterline, and up under her eye. And the good thing about the 212 brush is very thin, and it's a square brush. So it takes the product and it puts it exactly where you want it. Now you'll have some fallout, but it's not like super bad. It just kind of depends. But I love this brush also, and it's a really, really, really good brush to use as well. Y'all see them eyes? Let's talk about my tattoos. Let's talk about these tattoos. GG Inks. No, GGG Ink on Instagram. I got these tattoos on my birthday. Every time I watch this video, I'm like, Bridgett, go get you some more butterflies. Give me another butterfly at the bottom of my hand, so when I open my hand, it look like it's flying away or something. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I was gonna say I was playing, but I'm serious. I'm real serious. I'm about to go see GGG again. His name is Nick. Y'all go check him out on Instagram. He did like my tattoo. He did the tattoo anyway. If you follow me, you know I had a tattoo party, whatever, gathering, and it was dope. Now you see this fallout. Now you see like I've done all this makeup, and this is kind of where I had like the most fallout. But it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're already with the foundation. I'm saying it like we just started. baby, this eye was kicking my butt. Anyways, so I'm using Koh Gen Do foundation. It's 301 and 302 mixed together, and then I'm also using a Makeup Forever stick for her contour. Now the sponge I'm using is Real Technique. Now you guys, like, I'm an avid beauty blender lover, but because of the cost of the beauty blender, and I have a ton of them, but baby, let me tell you about this Real Technique. I love how flat it is. Like, and let's start with the price. They $4.99 and they're $5.99 depending on what store and what part of town you're going to. And then Walgreens always have them on sale. The Real Technique sponges are dope. I love it because it's flat and it has an angle, so you're able to really get up under the nose and up under the eyes and things of that nature. Now you do know you need to wet it. I usually wet mine, so I wet it and I squeeze it like I wet it like I'm pumping water, like I'm pumping my hand and squeezing it, so it'll plump up, and it is my best friend. Now the brush I'm using here to do her contour, you know what? It's a Makeup Forever brush. And I don't have the number because the numbers come out. Makeup Forever brushes number come off, but I'm gonna do my best to find it. Like I got, because these are the brushes I use all the time. Use this brush all the time. And it's a synthetic brush. Let me tell you about these Makeup Forever brushes. They're synthetic and they're bomb.com. Their synthetic brushes are bomb. So now we're powdering. Yes, my favorite powder, Chanel. Oh, and I'm using another one of my favorite brushes from Morphe. It is the 500, the M500. It's like, you know, a big fluff brush costs $50, $60, $40, $70, $80. This fluff brush right here gets the job done. And look at this Chanel translucent powder. Like, you guys, y'all, like, it's like, I'm sitting here watching this video like, damn, I love that Chanel powder. Like, it is bomb as freaks. And if you have not, I know Chanel's like, Chanel, yeah, it's like pricey, but you guys, it is so beautiful on everybody I've ever used it on, including myself. When my makeup, like when I really want a flawless look, baby, I go in my kit and pull out my Chanel powder and let it sit. And you guys, look, her skin looks amazing. Like, it's just like, it's just, you're seeing it with your own eyes while I'm doing it. Like, it looks beautiful. It looks amazing. Look at this lip pin up. Y'all see those clips in the back? But yeah. So I'm using Chanel powder. I'm sorry, I got excited because I'm just looking at this. Look at her. She's just so pretty. And then I'm going in with the CoverGirl bronzer in Beautiful Brown or Brown. And I'm using, I think it's my Japanese brush. Yeah, it's my Japanese brush. Usually I'm using my NARS Kabuki brush, but on that day I was using my Japanese brush or Japanese, whatever, however you pronounce it. And then also what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in again with my Morphe M511 brush around the nose and do my contouring around the nose with that brush. And then sometimes I also use the same brush, the 511 brush, to get closer to the hairline, so you won't get makeup all in the hair. It just kind of depends. Now, it's a habit to use my bigger brush, but I've started to use a smaller brush around the hairline, so you won't have those issues. Sister working on that. It's a bad habit. But baby, look at this skin glow. And you could use that CoverGirl, like I know a lot of us use the MAC skin mineralized finish. The CoverGirl does the same thing, and even Fashion Fair has one as well that does the same thing. Now her lashes, I tried some new lashes from NYX. They are Wicked Lashes. That's what they're called, Wicked Lashes. Look at her, bat her eyes, go girl. So now only thing I'm doing is just blending and blending out lines and all that, and just making sure everything looks good and is meshing together really well. Pretty much after that, I'm gonna use some bronzer. I'm gonna use some Rose Gold by Melanie Mills. I'm gonna use my Morphe fan brush. It's the M310. I like this brush a whole lot. It's really soft. It's very soft and fluffy. I have another brush that I use, and I like this one the most. And you'll be able to tell because even when I wash it, it's still pink in different colors. And then also I'm gonna use a little MAC Trace Gold. And what I'm doing with her eyebrows is putting a little highlight in her brows as well to make it pop on her brow bone. like pretty much we're done. And oh, her lips, I'm gonna use Oyster Baby lip gloss. With her eyes being so popping, I did not want her lips to just come through and just be doing too much. So like a little foundation and a little gloss, and I mean that's pretty much it. And then she has this pinup, and with the pinup, you know, she's ready to go get married. Let's go get married. I had this lace thing, y'all, but it was cheap and it didn't work. So this is what y'all get. So, but she's beautiful. And this is a bridal glam look. Now, you guys make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. See, I didn't even talk about that in the beginning, but subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. Bridgett Harrison _hair_MUA. You guys, I had fun. Thank you again for tuning in. Make sure you check out my other videos. I'll be doing makeup on myself soon. I'll be rotating me and models. And, you know, we're just going to have fun. And let's subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you again. It's been real. See you sooner than later. Bridgett Harrison.